This would be a good time to talk about some settings in Twinmotion. So we're going to go up to Edit and Preferences. Just to walk you through a few of these. One thing to change would be like meters to feet. You can do that there. Oh, timestamp, that probably doesn't matter. Not sure which one you'd want there. We haven't gotten into Path Tracer, but if you have multiple GPUs, just probably go ahead and click it there. These are some settings that you can use. In fact, these can be turned way down. They're pretty high. Whoa, are you being terrible? This is going to be kind of how high quality it goes for different settings. So the higher you have, the longer it'll take when you do that rendering. So you know, it's whatever you want it to be, but I would just lower the volume. Let's see other things. You don't need this to be very high on your viewport. Your export probably actually wants to be a lot higher. Again, you know, that might be high there, but low on your viewport. All right, I think the rest there. Now, as far as quality goes, high may be okay, but you might try ultra. It really depends on how good of a video card you have and processing speeds. But that's probably about it. Realize that you can also, you know, if you've already noticed as you walk around, you have footsteps. You can turn that down. Okay, so we'll say okay with all of that. You can see it immediately kind of, this got a little less crisp. Now if I hit this, this is where we get into Path Tracer. So it's going to attempt to render as I go. Now with my current settings the way I have them, it almost does it, you know, almost does it in real time. Now if we go up to like say high, it'll take a lot longer. Now this is where those changes we made in preferences are being played out. So this is what it would look like there. This is a whole little bit of a rabbit hole, and I'll probably go into this a little bit more later. For now, I'm going to turn this back to here. Okay. Other things you might notice is that I can turn these lights to right here under miscellaneous. I can turn the dusk to dawn if I want to do that. And what that's going to do is that when I go up to the day, as I get to a daytime shot, it turns them off. And then as I go to dusk or closer to dawn, it turns them back on. Now that could be very beneficial for certain lighting. But let's say we have, you know, kind of accent lighting, which we do. Those may want to always be on, depending on what you're going for, what mode you're going for. So you'll just have to decide which ones you really want to have that kind of turn on and off. Okay, cool. The other thing I wanted to show you is that it probably is a good idea to throw in one other light, and this will be an area light into your scene. You want to move this, this area light up until it hits the top of the ceiling. Now, so we know that it's doing that, and have to make sure the shadows are right there when it vanishes. So we're going to bring it just to that point. And then you're going to make it the length of the space, the width of the space. It's way too intense. We're going to turn that down. Something in that. The other thing you're going to want to do is grab a reflective probe. I'll probably show this a couple times because I'm doing this in kind of a reverse order sometimes during my videos, things that I learn. But here's a reflective probe. What you want to do with it, similar to the area light, we're going to just kind of size it up so that it's outside of the interior space. And that will just make sure that anything reflective inside of here actually has a place to go. It doesn't look like it's doing much, but as you get any more materiality that wants to reflect, this will be a big deal. So we'll just go ahead and update that. And I will tell you that oftentimes as you put in new lighting, you'll want to update this. All right, so let's go back to the area light. That actually looks pretty darn good. So let's just turn it off. That's without, that's with. A reflective probe. No, I already had one in here. Turn it off, turn it on. Don't really see a whole lot. A little bit happening. Make sure it's updated. Delete that one. Okay, that's good.